Hello, my name is Lisa Rose. I am the Festival Director for Queer Screen. Before I begin, I would like to acknowledge the traditional custodians of the land of where I am streaming from, the Gadigal people of the Eora Nation, and pay my respects to their elders past and present. Sovereignty was never ceded in Australia. This was and always will be Aboriginal land. Welcome to this live streamed preview event of the Queer Screen's 29th Mardi Gras Film Festival, which will begin next Thursday night at 7 p.m, running through from the 17th of February to the 3rd of March. You can come to the cinema in Sydney and watch a bunch of films, or you can watch from the comfort of your own home all the way over Australia on demand for the 15 days of the festival. Are you excited? I'm excited. I'm glad that you're also excited. In this preview event, please feel free to be involved, make a comment. Look, someone's made a comment now. Hello, Jennifer. Hello to you. And yes, indeed. It is very exciting. So please make a comment. They can appear on the screen just like that. I wanted to just tell you a little bit about the festival. So first of all, I'm going to say that we're inviting you to explore the queer frontier, which is like exploring the final frontier, as in the ends of space, only queerer. The queer frontier is where we celebrate LGBTIQ plus people for carving out their own space, especially history's queer rebels, artists, musicians, activists, who have forged a path for the entire rainbow community to follow. Our mission is to continue the quest for positive change and equality forever out there in the queer frontier. And we can do that through the power of queer film. So, I'm going to tell you a little bit about the program. I'm also going to tell you a few things about the cinema experience. So you can come to the cinema and watch some films, which starts next Thursday. We are only going to be selling tickets up to 75% of the capacity, which we're not legislated to have to sell less capacity now, but we've made the decision that we want to do that so you can feel comfortable and have a bit of space and make social distancing a little bit easier. If you can't come to the cinema or don't want to come to the cinema, then you can stay at home and watch films on demand. Once you press play on a film on demand, you have 72 hours to watch that as many times as you like between those 3 days. So get to it. In the program, we have 119 shorts, documentaries, episodics, narrative features from 37 different countries. There is something for everyone, and with 60% of the program available on demand, you can really not miss it. You have no excuse. So please make sure you buy your tickets and watch the program. We have 6 world premieres, 51 Australian premieres, and 42 premieres here in Sydney. We also have a bunch of open caption films. We have 7 open caption films happening in the cinema, which I think is the most we've ever done. And we also have 1 film that will be in audio description. And we also have a bunch of films that are on demand that will have closed captions available. And one of them will also have audio description available. Before I kick off into anything else, I'm going to kick off and talk about our opening night film, because why shouldn't I? The exciting thing is it's been 2 years and we have not been able to have any international guests, but we believe that we have all our fingers and toes crossed that we don't have a Novak Djokovic situation, and we have an international guest arrive for our opening night film, Philip Lewitsky, who is the fabulous lead actor in our opening night film, Wildhood. We are doing a focus on First Nations in this program, which is an incredible thing to be doing, and something I'm really, really proud and excited to be doing, because queer First Nation stories is something that we don't get to see enough on screen. So to be able to have 4 films that are queer First Nation stories, and also have a panel on queer First Nation stories on screen, it's really exciting. So our opening night film, Wildhood, is from Canada. It's set against the wilds of the Nova Scotia landscape. It's a beautiful and captivating odyssey of closeted First Nations youth in search of identity and belonging. I'm going to throw to a little clip that's got a bunch of little clips from the films about First Nations people.
Dicen que son el tercer género, que no son ni hombres ni mujeres. Vamos, que son transexuales, pero que cosen.
Ay, Andresito. Qué vergüenza le darías a tu madre con todas estas cosas. Mira cómo te ves.
En este pueblo todo se confunde. Los hombres no son hombres, las mujeres no son mujeres.
Do you want to grab a drink? Yes. Yeah. 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 I've never kissed a girl before. Yeah, I kind of figured. What? Really? It was that obvious?
My horse racing is the love of my life. That's all I'm gonna keep thinking about.
You have to stick through the fire and the rain, you know.
I guess it runs through our blood. That's the way it is. I was born to do this. Ready now?
Yeah.
No.
Wonderful. They are the 4 First Nations films that we have in the program. That final film, Pure Grit, I cannot recommend it highly enough. It is a fabulous film. Everyone on the programming team who watched it absolutely adored it. It's a really powerful documentary that really transcends genres. So please come out and support our documentary centrepiece film, Pure Grit. One of the other program strands that we're doing is about queer rebels, those activists, those musicians, those artists who have really, forged a path for us and done remarkable things. So I'm going to throw to a package of some of those clips. The first one being about singer, activist and queer icon Denise Ho. She's a cantopop star, and she is a wonderful political and human rights activist, and I think you should watch the film to get to know her if you don't already know who she is. So here we go.
She was really with students on the streets. She didn't act like she was some kind of superstar.
She already knew the consequences.
If you're not welcome in China, nobody would want to touch you.
For the first time in Hong Kong, you see these people fighting for something that they believe in. And I was screaming, "Yay, go!"
The whole gay community owes you because of your bravery and your courage.
Gay activist Peter Tatchell refused to move on.
Lee. No, we are not moving away.
Does Peter have an ego? Yes, you need an ego to perform.
Can you shut up now, please?
I'm not going to shut up. This is not a free and open debate.
This is the most disliked man in Britain.
From the early days, I thought Peter was a brave motherfucker.
Let me be frank, I don't think Peter was always helping.
If you let me finish,
The church for 2,000 years have been saying
Islam needs a sexual revolution. And so I decided to be a female imam. Oh, mein Vater, tu, was dir geheißen war.
We are living in the 21st century, but we are teaching Islam like in the 7th century.
Okay, show me where is it written. I'm not allowed to do this, I'm not allowed to do that. Show me.
You have a fatwa against you.
I have police protection since 2006.
There are a lot of people who are willing to kill me.
I love that Jen Camper is an out Arab American hardcore feminist woman.
If you have a pencil and a piece of paper, you can make a comic.
We wanted to start this S&M club in London.
Get on the bus.
And the whole world knows we're lesbians.
I know what you want to do in a couple of weeks' time. You want to come to a double feature of that last trailer, Rebel Dykes, and this classic, Bound. The Wachowskis' fabulous Bound. Look at that. Look at them. Look at that fabulous film. Who hasn't ever seen Bound? Tell me in the comments if you haven't seen Bound. If you haven't seen Bound, then you need to come and watch that film. It's we're celebrating the 25th anniversary since it opened the Mardi Gras Film Festival. And it deserves to be seen on the big screen. The Wachowskis have really made a seminal film, and it is sexy and it's just fabulous. And we're having a competition where you can win a prize for best dressed. So come in your best leathers, come as your Corky, come as Violet, whichever one. Oh, Kyle, you were born after Bound. Like I think you're older than 25, Kyle, maybe. What is Cam saying? He only saw it recently. Great. Cannot wait to watch it on the big screen. It really is a fabulous film. So come and watch it. I haven't seen it on the... Actually, I don't know if I've ever seen it on the big screen. I don't think I saw it on the big screen back in 1996 when it was released. So I'm looking forward to doing that. I'm going to wear a leather jacket, obviously, and, have a good time. So please come and watch Bound. Jennifer loves Bound. Of course you do, Jennifer. Who doesn't? Right. Now I'm going to talk a little bit about some films that centre queer women. Obviously, I was just doing it. That's just then, but I'm going to talk about some more of them. Troy. Still haven't seen Bound. Huge Wachowski fan. Well, I don't know if you can be a Wachowski fan if you haven't seen Bound. Troy, come on. Just as well, we're showing it on the big screen so you can come and enjoy it. Excellent. Excellent. Bab saw it when you were a toddler. Fabulous. Okay, so films that centre women. I'm going to show a little package of a few of the highlights. We have a whole bunch of films, and there's one of the things about the films about women in this festival in particular is they really are quite diverse in genre. There's a lot of different kind of topics and different styles that this hits on. The first one in the package is one of the most highest rated films that our programming team watched, which is called My Belle, My Beauty. It was a huge hit at Sundance last year, and it takes an Amblin look at the changing relationship between the polyamorous ex-lovers Lane and Bertie. So let's now throw, if I can scroll properly, which I can't, scroll to the clips is what I'm trying to say.
How could you not love someone who loves the person you love?
The way you two do your things is none of my business.
You're right. It's not. Hey, Noah. Birdie. How are you? Damn. I know.
Benedetta!
Santa Benedetta. Je ne sais pas comment Dieu fait arriver les choses. Je sais seulement qu'il accomplit sa volonté à travers moi. I don't think I know what we're doing anymore. None of that stays in the film. We're in this together. Me and me.
On peut avoir un peu de son, s'il vous plaît?
Non, c'est pas possible, monsieur.
Il y a Macron qui va parler, j'ai envie de l'entendre, c'est tout.
Vous n'allez pas nous obliger à écouter Macron. Vous n'êtes pas non plus un martyr.
Je suis pas un martyr, vous trouvez ça normal pour qu'on nous tire dessus?
Non.
À votre âge,
À mon âge
mais
quoi?
pourquoi vous battez? Mais c'est pathétique.
À mon âge de quoi? Oui, vous me faites chier avec mon âge. Aïe!
Moi, ce que je voulais, c'était que monsieur Macron vienne.
I mean, starting varsity in 2 sports in high school. You're like the best novice out of all of us. Yeah, I mean, like, you're like the best novice. I mean, you're like the best novice out of all of us. The best novice.
You're natural.
Probably have the best chance.
Fabulous. That last one, The Novice, has won a bunch of awards at festivals overseas. If you are a fan of the craft of film, I highly recommend that you come and watch it. The editing and sound design are just next level in that film. So please come and immerse yourself. I just can't wait to see it on the big screen. It's going to look fabulous. All right. What people are saying they love Verhoeven. Yeah. Troy, love Verhoeven. Benedetta, yes, Benedetta. What else are other people saying? Oh, wow, yes, Benedetta looks cheeky. That is true. It is Verhoeven, so of course it would be. One other film that I wanted to talk about that centers women, if I can find it, is a wonderful film called Bliss. So Bliss has pretty much played every LGBTIQ film festival in the world over the last year and a bit. It's just a phenomenal film. It's very authentic. It's about two sex workers who fall in love, and it's just a really, really wonderful and beautiful film. So it's only playing in cinema, but I hope you can come down to the cinema and check that out. Now I'm going to talk about some films that all about men. Those wonderful creatures that are men, including our fabulous closing night film, which I'm super excited for people to see. If you want to watch a sexy film, here it is for you. It's got tons of eye candy, as well as a story brimming with drama, romance, heart, and charisma. B-Boy Blues, based on the seminal novel, will captivate you from start to glorious finish and leave you wanting more. So here are some clips from films about men.
I've never seen you before. That's why I asked.
Guess I get seen when I'm supposed to get seen. I'm Ryan.
I'm Mitchell. Nice to meet you.
So, what's going down? I ain't never felt like this before.
Me neither.
Son, this is your mother calling. Called several times and I haven't heard back from you. Please call me back.
Hey! Die Lügenpervers sind nicht bei mir. So sieht man sie wieder. Immer noch da. Und du? Pervers?
A report has been received implying you have engaged in immoral conduct with a private. Give me his name.
We could fly to Sweden. Sergei, I'm an officer. I can't leave my motherland.
Sexual relations of a man with another man, which is punishable by 5 years imprisonment in a hard labor camp. If there is the slightest truth in that report, nobody can protect you then.
你是来在在啦，唔通哦，将你牛家哦，的民主哦。
我想像蜘蛛，一个都不放过，每个都爱，这错了吗？你能做到的，我也可以。你能吗？
You must be joking.
Yes, that final film is from Namibia. It is the first gay narrative film that has ever been made from Namibia. Kapana is the film, and we're excited to be showing it. We're showing it out at Parramatta as part of our community tickets program, which the tickets are only $10. It's playing with a lesbian short film, which is called Ife, which I'm trying to find the picture of because I'm being slow. Where is it? Here it is. Here's the poster. So it's playing with this film, Ife, which is from Nigeria. So if you fancy seeing some films, some narrative films, queer narrative films from Africa, then you should definitely check that out. They're also on demand as well. It's so wonderful to see narrative queer films from Africa because we don't get them that often in the program. Parramatta's your hood. Well, toddle on down, Michael. So keen for Be Boys and Grateful and Money. Basically, all of them, Troy. You clearly want to watch the entire program. Yes, Great Freedom is a fantastic film. It played City Film Festival last year, but I had to bring it back because it's just a phenomenal film. I don't think you've probably seen a prison film quite like it, so I highly recommend it. African queer films are a movement and history in the making. They are, Adriano. It's very exciting, and I hope to see you there. Now, what am I going to talk about? Nobody knows, not even me. I am going to talk about films about trans and gender diverse people. So, without any further ado, let's watch.
Это каждый день, Божий день. Потом ты заходишь в свой мир спокойный, где ты знаешь, что ты – это ты. Но напряжение не снимается. Что тебе на следующее утро надо готовиться.
Wow, you look, a little different. Yeah, we've got a lot to talk about.
All I've ever wanted is to star in a film with a happy ending.
You want to be seen.
Do I?
I want you to see me. I want to see myself.
Then look in the mirror.
Straight people. Play nice with them. Then your little club can stay.
None of these kids were a part of anything before GSA, and you want to take all that away in the name of discipline? What part of pride do you get to claim exactly?
The club's canceled unless we hang out with straight people.
Why don't you want to hang out with straight people?
I don't know. Disease?
To save the club?
Dark in the street light coming undone. Take a hit in a fist fight coming undone. In a cab on a weeknight.
Do not let the title Hetero fool you. Hetero is quite possibly one of the queerest films in the program. It is a fabulous episodic from a bunch of teenagers in Seattle. We are playing it as a matinee on the second Saturday of the festival, and it's only $10, and you get a choc top with it as well. And there's also going to be a hangout and panel afterwards with some fantastic young creators who are making some really fabulous things on screen. So come on down and check out Hetero. Death and Bowling looks fantastic. Thank you, Cameron. It is the trans people on my programming team really loved Death and Bowling and said it was so fantastic. They can't recollect seeing a narrative film before with so many trans bodies on screen. So it's great to have that. Want to be seen? Positive representation matters. It certainly does. It certainly does. I realized that I forgot to front announce, I don't think that's the right word, Instructions for Survival, when it just went into the clip and you had no idea what it was. But it's Instructions for Survival is a masterclass in emotional storytelling, and it shines a light on the struggle to seek asylum of a transgender person from the very conservative country of Georgia. It's a beautiful love story emerges as the documentary unfolds for that man and his partner. So please Come on, so many exciting films in your program. Way to go. Thanks, Gilbert Baker Film Festival. That's lovely. You got to love it when film festivals support each other in such wonderful ways. So next up, I'm going to talk about something a bit lighter. So, well, light's probably not the right word, but people often ask me, what are the feel-good films? What are the films that, you know, aren't quite so heavy or that? So I'm going to highlight a few of those right now.
They all look so happy, like they exist in some parallel universe.
What is wrong with you?
17, everything's wrong with me.
I've never seen anyone wear so many clothes to the beach.
Girls like you always have boyfriends.
Girls like me.
Why can't you just say it? Say what?
AJ, please. AJ. AJ, wait!
Your uncle is more of a hoarder than a collector.
London After Midnight is the holy grail of lost films.
Jimmy, are you all right?
This reel of film could very well be your death warrant.
Can we watch it?
Are you insane? There are people out there who would gladly slit your throat to possess 10 minutes of London After Midnight.
It's at the top of my list of lost films that I would, without conscience, kill to see.
You were born to be abused.
Yes. Tell me how nasty I am. Oh. X.
My timing's just off.
My timing's fine. Your timing is off. This is not going to work if you don't respect the boundaries.
Everything's so public these days. I just want something to be private for a change.
I want to have sex. It's my choice.
It's just, I think you should be doing it with someone your own age.
It doesn't take superhuman powers of perception to see you're denying yourself something because you think you don't deserve it.
What can I do for you, handsome?
Is this some sort of gay night?
County and college queers need a lighthouse. I'm it.
All you queers best pull out your eye queens and text every homo you know. This place is getting a serious reno.
In the night
I got the impression this was working for you. Was I mistaken?
Don't tell me you two cut clams again.
Michael, butt out.
Hello, celebrity gold medalist Matt Mitchum.
Michael is challenging stereotypes.
Yes, a gay hairdresser.
Surprise! Just checking.
Stacy!
Looks delicious in here. And I'm not talking about the food.
That last one is Romp, which is one of our world premieres. It is this follow-up of a web series that was on a few years ago called Love Bites, and it is just really fun and silly. And so please come down and enjoy the world premiere of that. There will be a bunch of the cast and crew there for a Q&A after the film. I'm sure it will be a nice escape from the world to go and have a romp. What's Ian saying? He's just saying Firebird. That's all he's saying. If you want to see Firebird, Ian, you can. Watch it at the festival. The sixth reel is hilarious. It is. And look, that was, yes, for people who glanced at it, it was Margaret Cho and Charles Bush. Troy is saying Sweetheart is super sweet and full of heart. It absolutely is. It is one of my absolute favorite films in the program. It's just so relatable and just so sweet and lovely. And there's a really wonderful relationship between the mother and daughter and sister and the whole family. And it's just really lovely. And Boy Culture is a must watch. It is. So that's a follow-up to the it's a follow-up episodic first season to the film that was made a number of years ago. And it's really it's really fun. It's really fun. Please come and watch Boy Culture. And you can watch it online as well. If I had to choose one of the films as your fave, which one is? Oh, it's tough. I don't like to choose favorites, Michael. There's so many to choose from. What I will do is I'm going to throw to something that might help you. So often what people do is they ask me, like, what's the film I shouldn't miss? And so we like to call them our hidden gems. So they're films that you just have to go and watch. There's something that you might not necessarily, when you're scanning through the guide, go, oh, that's my definite, this is the one. I implore you to at least watch one of these films that is in the package that I'm about to put up on the screen, because they are all really, really good.
Take a little bit, baby.
Look, it's me.
I am so happy when I write a song I like. I swear to God, if somebody offered me $1 million for that great songwriting feeling, I am convinced I would take the song.
Wow.
I do feel like in the country music world there is a price, and there is a real strong pull to keep people quiet.
Listen to me. We're gonna get out of here together. What is wrong with these people? We're gonna kill them. Time to come.
바로잡으려고 온 거야.
우리가 당연하다고 생각하는 곳에서 벗어난다는 게 생각보다 되게 어렵잖아요.
언젠가 다 말씀드리려고 했어요.
너가 무서운 거는 아니고
Yes, Troy, you are right. I'm putting it up again. A Distant Place is a hidden gem. It is a really fabulous film. It's won a bunch of awards overseas. And if you like your kind of slower moving, really beautiful cinematography dramas, that's the one for you. And if you want to watch queer horror, oh, you got to love queer horror. Carl, I'm sure Carl does. He does love queer horror. The Retreat. Come and watch some lesbians try to rescue some of their gay male friends from some homophobes. It's always great to cheer on people fighting the good fight, even in a horror film. Summertime. Yes, Summertime was the first clip that I played there. It is fab, Evelyn. You are very, very correct. It is a bold and aspiring film following a group of young poets in LA on one summer day. Their personal stories intersect in a vibrant poetic tapestry of community diversity and the power of spoken word. It's really like nothing I've seen before. It's like if you got Robert Altman and some like slam poets together and made a film. So if poetry or spoken word is your thing, you absolutely 100% cannot miss that film. Summertime was the centerpiece film at our great friends at Melbourne Queer Film Festival last year, and apparently the screening went off. People loved it. So come on down and watch it. Just going to have this scrolling along the bottom just so you know when the festival is, in case you've forgotten. Evelyn even liked The Retreat. So did I. And horror's not your genre. It's not mine either. It was fun. I laughed out loud at a couple of moments that were quite funny. What else can I talk about? Look, Keith Haring is one of the rebels that I didn't mention in when I was talking about the rebels. This is some of his fabulous art. So we have the documentary that is about him and the wonderful life that he led and the legacy of the fabulous artwork that he that he has created. That's available on demand exclusively. And another film that I want to mention in terms of the ones that, you know, if you just want to watch something that's, you know, just going to make you feel, oh, lovely, I recommend that you watch Mascarpone, which is, you know, I mean, what more do I need to say other than putting that image up? Look at them looking at you. They're looking at you saying, come on, come and watch us in a film. And so you should. It's just a wonderful film about a guy who thought his life was going in one direction, and he ends up having to take it in another direction through no fault of his own. And so it's like a coming of age in your 30s, which, you know, people can come of age at all different times. Now, another one that I want to mention that you absolutely, this is if you want to, Michael, you're asking me about one of my picks. This is my pick. Some people may remember a short film that we played in 2017 that I basically mentioned in every single film introduction I did, saying, go and watch this short, called Little Potato, which is one of the greatest short films I've ever seen in my life. The filmmaker Wes Hurley has made a VR piece about it, which we showed at a thing we did at the Powerhouse last year. And then he also has now made his narrative feature debut, which is Potato Dreams of America. And it is just a really fun, really engaging film. It's a film in 2 parts. It's very stylized. It's very camp. The casting is amazing for if you've seen the documentary, and his mother is just one of the greatest characters that ever existed, and she's real. Yeah, okay, mascarpone. It is delicious. It is a really well done Italian rom-com drama. Gotta love a rom-com drama, dramedy as I like to call them. All right. What else have I got? I know I need to talk about short films. So we have a bunch of short film packages. I've got too many buttons. There's too many buttons to press. I can't seem to remove your comment, Ron. It's just going to stay there forever. There we go. It's back. It's gone. I mean, okay. So we have a bunch of shorts. We have a guy on guy shorts package. Those pictures pretty much tell you what you're going to see. It's a really, really good package. There's an interesting mix of comedy and drama, and it's sexy. And yes, that is Chris Evans in the picture, in the center, in the middle there, for one of the weirdest, greatest films I've got in the program this year. You can't miss it. You can't miss it. We also have the Asia Pacific shorts. So we always do a highlight of films from our region, and so this is a really fantastic package of Asia Pacific films. So you should check that out in cinema and on demand. We have our lesbian shorts, which also is another package. There's some sexy films. There's some drama. There's some laughs. Like it's just a really great package. And we've got our gay shorts. It seems to be that there's a lot of images of people almost about to kiss in that. Hopefully some of them kiss. I promise you some of them definitely do kiss. It's not just almost kisses. There is some really great films in that package. It's always a very popular package. We have a new package that we're doing this year called our Ausdoc Shorts. It's only playing in cinema, and there was just so many short films from Australia that we had submitted this year that I really wanted to highlight stories about people that are doing fabulous things or have interesting lives here in our own backyard. So come on down for the Ausdoc Shorts. Some of the filmmakers will be there and documentary subjects for a Q&A after the film. And if you do love documentaries, then absolutely do not miss the Queer Doc Shorts, which are playing online, and they are just traverse a really interesting range of stories and countries. And this film up in the left, it was actually shortlisted for an Oscar. but unfortunately I didn't get it through to the final nominations. But it is a fabulous, fabulous film. And then a film about trans and gender diverse people. This is another excellent package of shorts from all over the country, not the country, all over the world, all over the world. So there's even an Australian film in there called Haze, which is down the bottom left there. And as you can see, there is one film that is probably the most pandemic heavy film that we have in the festival, called Almost a Year, because obviously they're wearing masks. And I can tell you, though, even though it is set in the pandemic, it's a really kind of joyous and lovely film about connection. So please watch those. I have a new package that I decided to do this year just from when I was watching films, which is called The Shorts About Family Ties. This is probably, to be honest, my favorite package in the whole program. It's just a really, really great lot of films. The film up in the top left, Baba, has just won Best Rainbow Short at Flickerfest. So if you didn't get a chance to go down to Bondi and watch Flickerfest and see it there, then now you can watch it with us. Blunt is also a wonderful film, which has won a bunch of awards overseas. It's not it's a film that's about familial connection, whether it is through your blood family or your chosen family. And it's got a world premiere in it as well. And I highly recommend that you come and watch those films. And the final shorts package we have is My Queer Career. So My Queer Career is now in its 29th iteration. It is Australia's richest prize for LGBTIQ plus short film. And this is one of our most diverse packages we've ever had for this prestigious award. We have over $16,000 worth of prizes up for grabs in this year. And they are just a fabulous, fabulous bunch of films. It was a really difficult choice choosing the 8 finalists this year. So come on down for documentaries, like wacky animations, narrative dramas, and comedies. It's just a good time to be had by all. What are everyone saying things? Oh, yes, Baracus is a fab film from Palestine, which is in the Shorts About Family Ties. There were so many quality entries in My Queer Career. It's always a really tough choice, only choosing 8 films. And going back a few years, we've generally only really we didn't play as many Australian shorts, but I actually have, I think there's over 18 Australian shorts that are actually playing within the program this year, and there's 8 have made it into the My Queer Career final. And the rest are playing. There's a couple that are playing in some other packages. There's one in Guy Shorts called Chasing, and then Haze, which is in trans and gender diverse shorts. And then there's a bunch that are playing before feature films. So hopefully you can get to see some wonderful films. Ozdoc Shorts sounds impressive. Great to see some homegrown projects. It always is great to see some homegrown projects. On the subject of homegrown projects, we will be announcing the Queer Screen Film Fund. Queer Screen Film Fund is having its 8th round at the moment. The round it's just closed. So if you're a filmmaker and you're like, damn, I missed it, we will do another one, I'm sure, in the future. But we should be announcing that in early March, the next recipients of that, where they filmmakers can receive up to $20,000 in support. We first awarded it in 2016, and we have awarded over $100,000 to Australian filmmakers since then. So that's great. And we can only do that through the support of our audience and our members and our donors and our sponsors and our community in general. So thank you all very much for tuning in. If anyone has any final questions or comments that they would like to make, please do, or forever hold your peace. I'm excited. I know it's been a really tough couple of years for everyone. And I'm excited that people are going to get to go back to the cinema, but I'm just really, really glad that we can still offer an on-demand program to people who don't yet feel comfortable going back to the cinema or can't get to the cinema regardless. So please help spread the word about the festival and buy your tickets so you don't miss out. If you're going to be immersing yourself from home, get yourself an all-in pass and watch from there. Online, watching Germany. Yes, I'm afraid to say you can only watch in Australia. I'm afraid to say. The most romantic films of the fest. Ooh, good question, Cameroon. Look, geez. Firebird and Bliss are pretty romantic. You've caught me off guard. I don't know. Firebird, Bliss. Yeah, I would say Firebird and Bliss were probably the two biggest one. Thank you. Best of luck. Best of luck for us. Any Latin American content? Yes, we have two Latin American feature films from off the top of my head. The Perfect David, which is a film from Argentina. And it is another one of those films that if you're a fan of film craft, I highly recommend that you watch it. It's a very homoerotic film about a young guy in sort of a senior in high school who is obsessed with bodybuilding, and it's sort of the camera really follows him around, and there's kind of some interesting reveals, which I won't reveal. You should come and watch the film and find out. And we also have another film from Ruth Cordelli called Leading Ladies. She has made her fourth narrative feature, and we've played them all the other ones before. And she's from Colombia, and she's on our Marquee Career jury this year. So, yes, there are Latin American films. A Perfect David, yes, is a film that played Tribeca. That is very, very true. Yes, Australia only. Sorry, Jennifer. Enjoy, friends. Please help spread the word. Thank you very much. Yes, gracias. Oh, that's terrible. It's a terrible accent of mine. Great program overview and show. Well, thank you very much. All right. I think that's pretty much all I've got. I'm just going to play the trailer again because it's just great. Why not? Come and enjoy yourself. I hope you get to immerse yourself in the queer frontier. And I wish you all a happy Mardi Gras. See you soon.